After years of texture editing, I finally finished updating all of the street signs that I've made for this game so far. I made these signs years ago for Trainz 2012, but now I'm currently upgrading everything I've made for the latest version of Trainz. I've been stuck on these signs for years because it took me that long to get the textures the way I wanted them. First, we'll be looking at this warning sign for passengers trying to cross the tracks at Red Bank Station in New Jersey. No one has made this sign for the game as far as I can tell, that's why I made it. To understand all of the features that these textures have to offer, we must first change the time of day to sunrise. In real life, street signs have a very reflective layer of film on them that, during sunrise and sunset, sometimes reflects the colors of the rainbow. It took years to figure out how to get these signs to do that, and it's still not exactly the way I want it, but it's the closest I can get it for what is capable in this game. You can see reflective vertical bars on this sign. They represent the reflective layer of film over the sign. Now, they should be smaller than this, but unfortunately, if I make them any smaller than this, they can't even show up in the game. This is the very limit of how small they can be before the game can no longer process them. During sunlight, when the sun hits it, it'll reflect the colors of the rainbow, but during the rest of the day, it'll just look like really reflective vertical lines on the sign, which is kind of how they look in real life. So this is pretty realistic. It's as realistic as I could get it. In real life, signs don't glow in the dark, but they're so reflective that in some cases you can still see the outlines of text on them. To mimic this, I painted a highly transparent texture around the outlines of the words and gave it an emissive property so it would only show at night. Real quick, I'm going to check what it looks like at night when train headlights shine on it. I really need to upgrade that Arrow 3. I've gotten a lot better at making trains since then, and I feel like I could do a much better job today. That train no longer represents my current standards of quality. After I finish upgrading the Metro North M1, M2, M3, M4, and M6, my next goal is to upgrade the Arrow 3s. It's gonna take a while though because I'm still working on the cabs, and I also have not started work on the GSI roller bearings. I am very satisfied with the way the sign reflects the headlights. Anyway, let's get back to the other signs. Alright, first we're gonna look at the straight and right turn sign. Just like in real life, if you look directly at it during sunrise or sunset, it'll blind you. Another sign that does this to me very often is the speed limit signs. Honestly, they really need to come up with a solution for this in real life, because there are street signs that I see on a regular basis where I actually have to put on my sunglasses just to look at them. If you look closely, just like the sign I showed you earlier, you can see the reflective vertical lines on it. Now we're gonna look at the right turn only sign, the no right turn sign, and the left turn only sign. We also have a left turn yield on green sign, a no left turn sign, and a no U-turn sign, as well as a straight and left turn sign and a straight only sign. I am very impressed by these textures because, like I said earlier, I've been working on these for several years. Now it's the middle of the day and the sun is not shining on them directly, so they're not quite as reflective as you can see. And now it's the afternoon. Again, not quite as reflective because the sun isn't shining on them directly. However, if you turn the camera around, the backs of the signs are reflective, just like in real life. Now it's nighttime, and just like with the other sign, they don't glow in the dark, but you can faintly see the outlines of text and other stuff that basically make it obvious what sign you're looking at. In a previous version of these signs, I made the entire sign glow in the dark, which was not very prototypical. But now that I know how to make only part of a texture glow in the dark, it was a lot easier to make the sign look more realistic. These sign upgrades will all be released to the download station.